Hi there. So I was intended on doing this chat at my house, and my daughter needed to get a ride to a friend's house, so now I'm doing it from the car. So we are talking today about design and the steps to self-actualization. And so thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. So I'm in the car because my daughter needed a ride to a friend's house, and so we're doing this on the fly. Um, okay, so there are certain stages to self-actualization, and our home actually supports us along that path. And so the steps to self-actualization are one, awareness, right? So first we start out with non-awareness, and I won't say ignorance, but non-awareness. So awareness, and then understanding, and then knowing, and then integrating, and then embodying. And so we become aware of of whatever it is. And then when I say self-actualization, it's like the ultimate self-actualization, but it's also actualization of, sorry for the noise, whatever it is that we are wanting to bring into our life. And so when you think of awareness and you think of design, how we bring these elements into our space, whether it's our entry, whether it's our living room, our kitchen, our bedroom, and our bathroom. Because ultimately, we want the space of our home to reflect those things that we love about ourselves, those things that we love about our life, those things that we love about life that we may not be experiencing right now, but we want to have more of it in our life. And so you've heard me speak to this before. Our home literally is like our living vision board because it amplifies our level of awareness. Okay, so we have our two environments. We have the environment of our home, and we also have the environment of our mind. And often we're working within these concepts and with these intentions and these desires and this new information or information that we're wanting to integrate into our life. It's an internal game. We have it, and it's within the space of our mind. We want our home to reflect those things so then it deepens that awareness. And once our space is bringing that awareness into our moment-to-moment experience, into our day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, season-to-season, year-to-year experience, it it works its way in deeper levels. Okay, so our home is a platform for broadening our awareness, and then it also allows us to understand to a different level, and then we know it more. So it becomes second nature. We don't have to think about it as much. It goes from less of an intellectual process and more of this internal knowing. And then we start integrating it into different areas of our life, and then it becomes embodied. So I just want to see if anyone has any questions about that. We're talking about these layers of actualization, layers of self-actualization, and how our home actually can help encourage, support, and even accelerate that process. So the steps to actualization, whether it's actualizing, becoming self-actualized, or actualizing our desires and intentions to life, it's first there's an awareness, right? This is like where our desire comes in. There's an awareness of something we want. And then the next layer is understanding how it works, how we can bring that into our life more, and then it's just knowing. So instead of it being this more distant concept, it's just a part of our ever-presence. And then we start to integrate it into different areas of our life. So think of it as like elastic, and this concept or this intention that we have, it's broadening itself into different areas of our life until it becomes embodied. And because each area of our home, like each room in our home, communicates to specific areas of our life, this is another way that we integrate these desires into these areas of our life, but also within these areas of our mind and our being. And the ultimate achievement is the embodiment. Once we bring our awareness and we understand this thing, and so let me try to put a concept to this. So even with the idea of like manifesting, right? So someone, several people started introducing this word of manifesting into the world. And so it brought this concept of, oh, I can actually create what I want. How fascinating. Like this awareness that, oh, manifesting is a thing. We can create what we want. And then it's understanding like, oh, I can create what I want. Like, how does that work? Oh, it's an alignment game. So I understand that if I align my thoughts and my beliefs and my words and my behaviors with what I want, then this manifesting concept is going to become more real. And so that's the awareness and that's the understanding. And then you start to know it, where you hear other people speaking out of alignment with what they want. And so you know it and you feel it, and so you're catching it, right? So you just innately are knowing that, okay, I can manifest and it's just an alignment game. And so you spot it when it doesn't happen. And then there's the integration, and where it becomes just a part of your habitual routines and patterns and habits. And so you're integrating it into these different areas of your life. And then it becomes embodied. And when it becomes embodied, it's effortless. It's just part of who you are. And so this is the same type of thing. And so when you integrate this on an internal level, it has a certain amount of power. We want our external environment. We want the environment of our home to echo those same things that we're working on an internal level. And so if we're working on our relationship and we have this awareness that I want my relationship to be improved, I want it to be better. Okay, so that's awareness. So the next one is understanding. Okay, what do I need to do so that my relationship works better? So that's the understanding part. And then it's the knowing. Like, I just know that I have to be this kind of way if I want to cultivate this type of relationship. And then it's integrating that into all of our relationships. And then it's embodying it where it's just effortless. Like, we are being the way we need to be to cultivate and nourish those relationships that we want to experience. So that's the internal game of actualization. Then we want our environment, because our environment is continuously giving us feedback. We want the environment of our home to also echo and support and encourage those same endeavors that we've created within the awareness of our mind. So that's the loop of desire and design, and how the space of our home supports those steps of actualization. I am going to save this short little live. So if you're just popping in, thank you so much for being here. And I am going to pop this up in just a few minutes so that you can watch it again. And we're talking all about design and desire, and how the design of our space helps us with these steps of actualization. And it can be actualization of our desires. It can be self-actualization. And if you want to, you're so welcome. If you want to learn more about this, I have a really exciting program coming up in a couple weeks, and it's called the Magnetic Home. So if you type magnet or magnetic in the comments, I will send you a link to this new program, and it takes you room by room through each space in your home and shows you how you can curate your home to be like this magnetic attractor for creating whatever you want. And all of this is based in science, epigenetics, neuroplasticity, and neuroscience and quantum physics. So I have an analytical mind, and so I need to know why things work the way they do. And so I provide all of that for you. So again, and then if you want to learn how to integrate this work into your career, type Empower, and I'll send you a link to my certification program. It's NeuroSpatial Linguistics, Integrated Design. Okay, if no one has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and post this recording, and thank you so much for being here. Have a great day. And as always, I would love to hear from you. All right. Bye-bye.